Wait, so men don't care about my job, my career, my money? They don't care? No, we don't. Never cared about that. Feminism lied to y'all and y'all believed it. We want you fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive, and no kids. You know what men really care about? And put a one in chat if you agree. What's in that mirror and what's on that scale? Let's get straight off into this.
Man, I feel lied to by the culture. But I'm going to take full responsibility there, man. I fell for it. I fell for the botch, I could do everything by myself, that hyper independent, and
feminism.
I'm 31 now, and I still don't have kids. I still don't have a family. I was focused on...
But you got your job, baby.
Whoop de doo.
That's what you wanted, baby. You got a job, baby. Marry your career.
Trying to get after the bag and all this... Yo, what? I'm in a place now in my life where I'm reevaluating everything. My values, my perspectives, what I really want in the future. And what I really want is a family.
You're a liar!
Is a family.
If you really wanted a family, you would have decided to change that. I've actually come up with all the ages here. I've got it here in my notes section. Let's see if I can find it here. Time to sell. That's one of the words. All right, here we go. So, chat, put a one in the chat if you agree with this. By the age of 27, it's time to sell, ladies, if you want to be in a relationship and want to be married. 30, you're 50% off. Just your price is cut in half. At 35, you're on the clearance rack. At 40 years old, you're at the outlets. And 50 plus, you're at the Salvation Army. And if you're 55 and up, baby girl, you are a free sample at the mall. I don't make the rules, I just enforce them.
Family. I feel like social media or just everything around us, society in general, wants to push that the woman is the future. No, the family is the future.
Correct.
Was trying to be
good on her for finally waking up. I mean, she still has time. 31, but you hit geriatric pregnancy at 35, so you got about 4 years, honey. 4 years.
Was trying to be an independent woman. So I was cleaning the kitchen in my apartment, and I'm cleaning the fridge, and I see that there's still like wrapping paper on it.
This is one of them people that need to learn what an inside voice is.
Shots fired!
Why are you talking like the phone's not a foot away from your face?
And so I'm pulling off the wrapping paper, and the door swung open and hit me in the forehead, and now I have a...
I know she did not let that happen to her. I'll tell you one thing she does not have on her mind. Oh my golly. You should have not done that.
Third eyeball or a little human growing out of my forehead.
I'm just very clear on what I want. There's a lot of boxes that need to be ticked. I know this man is out there. And it's just a matter of finding him. Seven-figure salary.
This woman looks like DJ Qualls.
Shots fired!
We're already starting it off hot. A 7-figure salary. Okay.
Him. 7-figure salary.
Delusional.
Right.
Already said morning.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Honey, you should have checked that off rip. You should have said, you look like the female version of DJ Qualls.
Routine.
Yes.
That includes some sort of exercise.
Bro, she looks like she's 30 going on 60, bro. What is this look? You got the pearl necklace, baby girl? She looks like if Prince Leia and an acorn had a love child.
Shots fired!
Some sort of exercise with group accountability, as well as some sort of very high nutrition, I'm going to say smoothie. At least 5'10". I feel like that's generous. I need him to be obviously in very good shape.
Okay.
I need him to have a full head of hair. That's very important to me.
Okay.
Be a Christian, but not take it too seriously.
Love it. Okay.
Like, I don't want to have to go to church every Sunday, but I also I don't want to get into fights over religion either.
Sure, of course.
What I love about women like this is they will have a laundry list of things they want in a man, but when you ask them, all right, what do you bring to the table? They're like, well, me.
Stupid.
It's just, well, I'm me. What do you mean? I don't need to bring anything else to the table.
I want him to have an impeccable wardrobe.
Okay.
I want his suits to be tailored.
Okay.
I want him
I'm already out of the runnings of this chat.
to look good in greens and blues because those are complementary to what I look good in.
Oh, we're going on color schemes now.
Absolutely no jewelry.
Okay.
Okay.
Absolutely no tattoos.
Oh, I'm cooked then, chat. I love jewelry
Okay.
and tats.
Unless the only tattoo that would be acceptable would be a very small tattoo if he were in a secret society at an Ivy League university and was forced to get a tattoo, that I would make a pass
This
for.
woman is deceased keister about this stuff. I came up with that the other day. I was like, what's another way to say dead ass? And deceased keister is what I came up with. Chad, is that stupid or what?
Won't they do?
She was forced.
I want him to be from a good family. I'll know that what that means when I see it, or what more well said, I'll know what wouldn't satisfy that criteria when I see it.
Okay.
Never been married, no kids. I want to be his first wife. Our children are going to be his only children.
Mm-hmm.
No allergies. Has to like animals. I would prefer that he's a cat person, but if he's a dog person, that's okay.
Oh, wow. I made a big compromise on that.
How soon can you find the man that satisfies this checklist?
Never. Buy a dog and die alone.
Are we
I
talking a week?
She goes, a week? The matchmaker said, I won't. I won't be able to find her. Or I won't be able to find him. There's no way. This is what I don't get. They will have such a long list of things they want from a man, but then provide nothing to the relationship. You look like that. You look like DJ Qualls, baby girl. Princess Leia, acorn, coconut, love, acorn, coconut head, love child head looking at. Like, what are you talking about? How are you making all these demands? But this is the problem. This is the wholeflation that we're seeing in society. The wholeflation is crazy. We got 5, 6, 7s talking about they want men that are 9s and 10s, a 7-figure earner. So he has to be a millionaire. Okay, let's just how many millionaires are there in America? Let's just look this up. How many millionaires are in America? 24 million millionaires. Okay, that's actually quite a bit. But then you think, how many of them are over 6 foot? Where's the female delusion calculator? I love doing this one. I haven't done this one in a while. Female delusion calculator. Let's pull this up. I got standards, bruh. All right, so here we go. Age, I'm going to say she probably wouldn't want a guy younger than 25, maybe not older than 40. She gave me the vibe of she wants a white dude. I'm going to keep it at thou wow. Minimum height, 5'10", minimum income. She wants more than that, so she wants him to be in shape. So let's just find out. Based on these couple criteria, 0.055%. Less than 1/10 of 1%. That is 1/10 of all white men in that age range. Insane. And then she wants all those other criteria. You're talking about this man doesn't exist. He does not. He simply doesn't exist. Can you find this man for me? No, I can't, because he's not even around. He doesn't even exist.
At being independent. I don't want to do this no more. This is draining. I'm so ready
I'll give you something to drain.
to have a man come into my life and take care of me.
Don't save these 304s. Don't do it. Don't save them.
My tires pop. 2 of my tires pop. And I'm sitting in my car because I don't know what the to do. Obviously, I know what the to do, but I don't want to do that no more. Like, I'm ready to have someone come into my life and take care of me. This is so draining. This independent life, like, I don't want to do this no more. I quit because every time something happens, I always have to figure it out on my own, and I don't want to do that. Ya renuncio, ya no quiero ser independiente, ya.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds like you're just a single woman.
Shots fired!
Yeah, I want to be spoiled and taken care of because I shouldn't have to be stressing about like this.
Yeah, you should. You didn't prioritize a relationship. Chat, put a 2 in the chat if you agree. I don't feel bad for these women. I really don't. It's like if a fat dude came up to me and was like, dude, I'm so sad that I'm fat, man. I just can't. I'd be like, but you ate your way to where you are right now. You ate your way in, so now you need to walk your way out. Like, You know what I'm saying? If you got a disability or something like that, hyperthyroidism or something like that, we could understand. But if it's something that's self-inflicted, that's like stepping on nails willingly and saying, I got a nail in my foot, but you stepped on the nail, stupid. Snake in my boot looking at? Woody looking at? What do you mean? It's self-inflicted. You chose to be alone. And I think women are now waking up that they really do realize that men control access to relationships and women control access to coitus. Because they can get tons of men to probably buck them, but no man wants to really commit to them. And they're realizing this independent lifestyle is awful. And being an independent feminist is expensive. Paying all your own bills, changing your own tire, it's not fun.
I don't want to be a corporate girly. I don't want to climb the ladder. I don't want to be a boss babe. I don't want to do any of that. I don't want to be the breadwinner. I do not want to do that. You know what I want to do? I want to be home. I want to be cooking in the kitchen. I want to be cleaning. I want to be shopping. I want to be making brownies. I want to be cooking dinner, making homemade meals every night, almost every night. I want to do all the things. I want to welcome my future husband home from work with a big bear hug and a, hey, you ready for dinner? Dinner's on the table. I want to watch movies with him every night. I want to send him off to work in the morning with some nice, freshly baked muffins. I don't want a 9-to-5. I don't want a job. I don't want to work from home. No, it's not for me. I don't want it. It's not, I reject that.
And the big problem is I think, and then chat, put one in the chat if you agree with this. I feel like a lot of the boomer generation, they brainwash their kids into thinking, especially young girls, that that's what they need to prioritize, is that they need to prioritize, go get an education, go get a good job. Like they've pretty much coerced young women to become what young men should be, which is successful, driven, motivated, have ambition, have vision. And there's 5 very basic things I think every good man should have. I call it the 5 basics: vision, ambition, strength, integrity, and compassion. Those 5 things every good man should have. The good thing about all those, right, though, chat, is that none of those cost $1. You can have vision, you can have ambition, you can have strength, you can have integrity, and you can have compassion for $0.00 annually. Less than a Levi Nichs membership, you can go and be a very basic good man. But I think we've taught women that. Women have been taught that they need to go do that, when in reality, that's not what they need to do. They need to be fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive, no kids, care about what's on the scale, care about what's in the mirror, so they can find a suitable man so they can have a family and raise them together. I almost biggity bet you, because I think women are more, and chat, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. I think women are more wired to be social creatures. They like kids, they like family, they like being around people more. That's why they work more in the social services. There are more nurses, there are more teachers, there are more daycare workers. They work more with people. Men will go be an architect and work alone. Will go be a lineman and work alone. Go be a construction worker and dig up trenches alone. Like, yeah, they have people around them, but you're not having to rely on other people for the work. You're literally doing things by yourself. Men thrive off these things. A plumber, an electrician. You think electricians are getting a lot of yak time? No, they're up in people's attics, digging wires. Plumbers, they're cleaning up crappy situations. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a very social job to be a plumber.
Messenger. Feminism told y'all be strong, independent, and alone. And y'all followed it to the grave. Y'all pushed all the good men away, called submission slavery, and think being difficult is cute. Now y'all 35 and tired, looking around like, oh, where the good men at? Sis, they moved on. Real men want peace, not problems in a lace front and a loud voice. Feminism sold y'all freedom, but they didn't mention the price. Loneliness.
That's so true. Well, and something I was thinking about months ago is how much propaganda had to be pumped down the throats of feminists for them to think that having a family and a husband was oppression. That's oppression? Having a family, having a husband, having someone to come home to that loves you, having children, having a dog, that's oppression? Freedom is you shaving the sides of your head, dyeing your hair, having a septum ring, and having a 9-to-5 job that you despise? That's freedom? Like, bro, come on, stop it. Just stop it.
I'm very cutesy, I'm very demure. But I mix them both because I'm what? Very demure.
Are men unattracted to independent women?
No, men are unattracted to when women make being an independent woman their personality. Because in reality, the only thing these independent women are doing are being adults. Yes, you pay your own bills. Yes, you work. Yes, you hustle. Yes, you grind. But that's what you're supposed to do when you're adult and you're by yourself. Well, not even by yourself. That's what you're supposed to do when you're an adult. But now you...
No, I agree. Women get congratulated for doing basic things that men are expected to do. You know, chat, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. Like, these women will get applause like, yes, girl, you pay your own bills, you pay your own car note, you pay this. Like, that's what every man has to do, dude.
Stupid.
We all have to do that. Like who cares?
Won't they do?
You pay your bills, awesome. You're a basic functioning adult. Like, we applaud women for doing basic adult things, where men, it's an expectation to do these things.
Have this constant fear of being used for money that they don't even have.
Oh, I don't know. Let's take a moment and think about this, though, okay? It might have something to do with the veritable plethora of posts that are out there made by some women that are, one, indicating how exactly you can get more money out of a guy by acting in a certain way.
That's the sprinkle lady, right? I'm pretty sure she preaches all that.
Or that a lot of women won't date a man unless he makes a certain amount of money. Or it could also be that there are some women that actually indicate that unless the guy is spoiling them financially, they don't want to be with him. Could it be any of those possibilities? Sure, some guys don't have a lot of money, but a lot of people, especially those that don't have a lot of money, are very protective of the money that they do have. And seeing how many women out there are only after men for what they can get out of them in terms of finances, it does tend to make some men exceptionally more cautious when it comes.
Yeah, 100%. Dude, Lady J, love it. Tried to have her on the show, but she is one tough lady to get a hold of. I have a quote for this. If you lead with money, she leaves with money. Shubadanaya should have bought a Honda, put it on a t-shirt. You want to lead with that pocketbook, brother. She gonna leave with some money, man. You better watch out, brother. Better watch out. The thing is what you lead with is what she leaves with. You lead with compassion and love, and you build a bond on that. When she leaves, or if she does leave, she's going to think, man, I missed that connection with that guy. But if you just leave with money, and especially if you run out of money, brother, you're cooked. Like a fish fry. Cooked with fish grease. You ain't got no money, she don't want you no more. Getting used and abused for all the coin that you do have. And then she'll marry you and take half of it and leave. She'll be like,
won't they do?
He just wasn't providing enough anymore. It's truly sad.
Y'all women, speak for yourselves when y'all say y'all don't need. Because, baby, I need a man. I don't want to be independent. I don't want to do everything on my own. What's up, Papa?
I'm not paying for your food. When we're on a date, I'm not paying for my food either. Call me old-fashioned. That's just how I feel. Dating has gotten absolutely insane. I am not a 50-50 kind of girl.
I love it. You're not a 50-50 kind of girl, so here's the deal. Buy a dog and die alone.
Shots fired!
Don't date.
I'm not a coffee date kind of girl.
That's why you're alone. You're entitled.
Going on a walk is not a date. The time and energy it takes me to get ready for a date, the amount of makeup that I put on my face and what that costs like per swipe of blush. You cannot take me to coffee. I'm sorry, that just doesn't fly for me. There are men that I know that I think are really quality good guys, and they're not having their ladies pay for anything. They're just really not. Like,
yeah, because they're not entitled like you. I don't know about you guys, but when I hear a woman talk like this, I already think I'm putting you in the recreational use only bucket. Chat, put a 1 in the chat. Would you date a woman like this? Put a 2 if you wouldn't. For me, I hear you speak. You sound entitled. You sound like you're owed something. Who are you to sit here and say that I owe you anything? A coffee date is good. If we're spending, that's what a date is about, right? It's about spending time with the person that you're potentially romantically interested in. That's what a date is all about. In my opinion, that's what I'm looking to get out of. Number 1, I'm trying to get to know you. And number 2, I'm trying to see if we have a good vibe. Are our energies aligned? Can I get along with you? Can we have fluid conversation? That's the main point of a date, not how much should I spend on you. That's not the point of a date.
it would offend them. My bare minimum expectations are that you are going to make a plan, make a reservation, open doors for me, pay for the food, make sure.
Okay, no, I'll do it, but you got to be a virgin.
Shots fired!
You're not a virgin? That's crazy.
I get home safely. If you enjoyed the date, to call me again, to set something else up. And if you didn't enjoy it, to give me a call and let me know that.
Listen, I don't know about
Wow. The entitlement is insane. The fact that she thought she was cooking with that too.
y'all, but I'm just so tired of being a strong, independent man. I just want a woman to come into my life and just take all the weight off my shoulders. I can't do this alone. I'm tired of being a strong, independent man. I'm tired of it. Like, I just want to be at home, cook and clean, and then when my woman gets off of work, I can just give her her meal and she can just lay down while I rub her feet. I just want to be her housekeeper. I
love it. And you see how ridiculous it sounds. Like, I know what he's saying is satire, but you just hear how ridiculous it is. I'm sick of being independent. I'm sick of paying my own bills. Like, men are just expected to provide.
Raise your daughters to be grown, independent women. No, unless you want her to be single or divorced. She's supposed to be a helper, and she's supposed to be one with her husband. It says in the Bible that a son takes a wife. He leaves his mother and father and takes a wife. It says that a daughter is given in marriage. You know what that means? Her dad's still involved. My goal with my daughters was to make them strong, but not independent. What's the difference? An independent woman is not fit to be a wife. That's why they're single and divorced or marrying guys that are less than that they can then mother. My goal with my daughters was not to make them independent, but strong. My daughters, very strong. My wife, very strong. Strength is not a problem. Independence is.
I'm telling you right now, be careful of
Facts.
a man who always has something to say. Always has something to say. He always has to argue about something. He always has to, be right about something. He always has to just yap, and mansplain, okay? Because those types of guys, I'm telling you right now, are very, very dangerous. And, they want to control, how things are run. They want to, control the dynamic. They're always trying to cause a problem, okay? The type of guys that yap.
So a man having standards is causing a problem. This is something I've never understood, how a man having standards, a man having boundaries is him being insecure. Chat, let me ask you right now, what's more insecure? A man that just lets a woman run amok and do whatever she wants, or a man that has standards and boundaries and makes sure that his woman, the woman he's with, operates inside of those boundaries? Which one's more insecure? The guy that just lets her do whatever, or the guy that has standards and boundaries? The guy that lets her do whatever is the more insecure one because he's afraid of losing her. The guy that's setting the boundaries is saying, hey, I'm going to set these boundaries, I'm going to set these standards in risk of losing you. That to me is a way more secure man. That's not an insecure man. It's a man that very much so knows who he is. That's the problem. A lot of guys get into these relationships and they just let women run amok and let women do whatever they want, thinking, oh, well, if I keep her happy, she'll stay with me. But when you do that, these women start losing respect for you. Slowly but surely. It starts chipping away at that armor. And then eventually, they have no respect for you anymore. And then they're like, wow, I really don't even like this guy. He has no backbone. That's why I say all the time. I tell Cass no all the time. Tell her, nope, we're not doing that. What do you mean? I said no.
That you are
I said we're not doing that. And that's what it is. That's the boundary, that's the standard, and that's what we're going to do. I saw this clip of Adam 22 getting cooked, and I had to play it for you guys.
I heard through someone who knows you very well that you are a very generous man.
I don't know about that, but okay.
You're so generous that you share your wife.
I do, sometimes for porn, yeah.
Yeah, it's a very I think that's the most generous thing you can do.
Thank you. I don't think any of the other men that I've ever allowed her to sleep with have ever said that to me, so thank you.
Yeah, because they're looking at you like a cuck idiot, dude.
Yeah, no problem. Now, how much meth does someone have to smoke to let someone else fuck their wife?
I only done meth one time in my life.
So it just takes one time. Do you or do you not regret allowing Lena to sleep with Jason Love?
I absolutely do not regret that. I don't even know if I believe that this thing is plugged in, but...
Blood, sweat, forward breathing, upper breathing. I've been testing since the 1980s.
That's what's so funny to me, dude. I've been watching this show about signs of a psychopath, and they always just want to discredit things like, so wait to his response after this.
Upper breathing. I've been testing since the 1980s.
Well, okay. Maybe there's something that I don't know that I've been holding on to.
Why do you think?
Yeah, maybe there's something I don't know I've been holding on to. One thing I've seen a lot in this show called Signs of a Psychopath. I love psychology, by the way, because I learned a lot about psychology, and I learned a lot about psychology when getting with women, because if you understand psychology, you can really understand women pretty easily because they show their emotions. They're really forward with their emotions. So if you can learn how to watch out for the signals and watch out for the triggers and body language, you can really, I don't want to say manipulate a situation, but you can steer it in a certain direction. Anyways, going back to this, he discredits it. Something that a lot of psychopaths do, they will say, oh, I blacked out. They'll do something heinous. They'll do a horrible act and be like, oh, I blacked out. I don't know what happened. And that's kind of what he's doing right here.
I think that the majority of men wouldn't allow their wives to do the types of things that you allow Lena to do.
Yeah, I think we're open-minded.
But would you agree that the only thing that's became more open is Lena's clam?
Okay. I mean,
or is it
something about the word clam? Yeah, her vagina has maintained the majority of the pre-Jason Love tightness.
The pre-structural integrity of her vaginal cavity. Come on, brother. You know that thing is loose as a goose. You could fall through it just.
No, I think the only thing that's still tight is the devil's grip on her soul, I would say at this point, right?
Her soul has not been in any way affected by her porn career.
Is that objectively true?
Can we talk about something else?
I do have a lot of more questions. They're all about Lena. There's about 21 more questions.
Okay. I don't know like why you like flew out to the other side of the country just to give me a hard time about my wife and to sit this creepy bisexual black guy next to me and to weird me out.
I'll give you a hard time.
True.
That's what I don't get. Like, Adam 22, he chose his fate. That's why I don't feel bad for him at all. You chose your fate. You decided to let your wife get it busted straight wide open, cracked like a walnut, or like Moses did the Red Sea. And then you're mad that people are going to call you out for it? Or you chose your fate. That's what it is. You've shown that you don't care. So why should anybody else care? This is why I was talking about this on a previous episode. It's like perception is everything. The way you dress, I believe, 3/4 or 75% of somebody's perception of you is about the way you dress, act, talk, walk, and present. If you, Adam 22, is going to walk, act, talk, present as I let other dudes buck my wife, why would anybody else have respect for your wife when you're letting other dudes buck her? Why would anybody have respect for you if you're letting other dudes buck you? Like, come on, bro. You're expecting him to have a boundary and to be like, oh, I respect you and I respect your wife, when clearly you don't. I saw this clip from this chick. I think her name's Caitlin Bennett. She's great. But this is a good example of just standing your ground when it comes to like, and I feel like there's such a climate right now where if you are conservative, you're a radical, you're a fascist Nazi. But this is a good example of just like holding your ground, and just because somebody says something doesn't mean it's true.
Hi, how are you?
I'm
Nice
good.
to meet
How are
Louis.
you? Hi. Okay,
Louis.
I'll shake your hand.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Excellent, doing well. The farmers market is a private event.
Okay.
So
Who's it hosted by?
The city of Winter Garden.
Okay, so the city of Winter Garden.
Yes, they do.
Is it a private event? Because I didn't have to have a ticket to come in.
Correct.
Yeah.
You don't have to ask permission to do that.
Yeah.
So what they want you to do, if you can do it outside that area right there, that's
I
fine.
don't have to. So I have the First Amendment right to be in public. So the city of Winter Garden has a permit just to hold this event and allow vendors to set up their booths.
The thing about
We
it
went
is-
through this in Lakeland, and actually they had to backtrack with their city attorney and retrain their entire police department because they tried to trespass me from a public
I'm not
farmer's market.
trespassing you.
Okay, great. Then we'll continue our
I'm not
interviews.
trespassing you. I'm just asking you kindly if you can do it right outside their area. That would be awesome.
No. I'm not going to do that because I have every right to be here, but I appreciate you kindly asking me. I'm going to respectfully say no. I'm not going to do that because I have every right to be here. It's not private property. It's not a private event. It's open to the public, and it's hosted by a city entity.
I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about it in just a second.
Okay.
Johnny,
why don't you tell me more?
She doesn't want to leave because this is
It's not about me wanting to. I'm not going to leave. Let's just make that clear. I'm not going to leave. It's not about me not wanting to. It's that I have a right to be here, and I'm going to maintain that right and stand up for myself, and I'm not going to leave. I would like to get on with my interviews, though, and so I can continue talking to people. We just went through this in Lakeland. I can't be removed from a public space. This is not a private event. It's held by the city of Winter Garden, so this is literally a government entity that's holding this, and I would hate to have to make another video about this, and you guys get another letter from my lawyer, because this will be the third one.
It's a permitted event.
Yeah.
You run a permit
Yes,
for
you do.
the event.
So you run a permit to allow these vendors to be on the streets. That's what you allow. You cannot remove me from this event. You cannot do any of that. So I'm not breaking any laws. If you could show me the city code.
Public road or a private road?
Who owns this road? Who owns this? Is this a public space?
Temple, could you have Shira?
Is this a public space?
He's gonna take care of it for you. Don't worry.
Well, you came to want to take care of me, so I'm just asking you, is this a public space?
No, I came because I run the event. That's why I came over
Is
here.
this a public space? Yeah, they are coming.
Yeah,
I
you
have
don't
the
know
owner
now.
coming
You run
for
the
you, don't
event, you
worry.
don't know.
Okay, the owner of what?
It's a permitted event.
I know,
so-
but you said the owner's coming. The owner of what? The event.
I love it, dude. Shout out to Caitlin Bennett, bro. Standing her ground. I see so many of these people wanting to just trample all over them just because they feel like they have the right to, and things like that. Like, she stood up for herself and she knew exactly what she was doing. But these conversations, especially the ones that she's doing, these conversations have to be had. They have to be had. And it looks like everybody's EBT's back, chat. Everybody got the EBT back. Vienna sausages, bro. That's my struggle meal. Struggle meal. I'll ask you guys again. Maybe we got some new people here. Hopefully we do. Shout out to the OGs, but shout out to the new Gs as well. What was your struggle meal growing up? I used to eat these Vienna sausages out the can in droves, brother. Good Lord. All that processed, just garbage. Processed garbage. 3 carts full. A little bit of bread in there. Everything's just in a box, in a container. I mean, I saw some bacon, some protein. All that's just garbage. Oh my God. Frozen, just garbage. This is truly sad. Look at this, bro. Stocking it all up. EBT Isha. Lord have mercy with the chest tat. Big backs.
Big back.
Oh, God. Just feeding their kids garbage. And then, chat, here's one thing I'll tell you guys, man. As my channel has grown, I've had more and more people, family members, people that are friends with me, people that are friends with Cass, ask, Levi, do you really believe the stuff that you say? And I go, yeah. What's it to you? I have an opinion. You don't like it? I'm sorry. I forgot I'm trying to make everybody happy. I'm not trying to make everybody happy with this. I'm speaking my mind. The amount of messages I get every day from people saying, Levi, keep speaking up for us men. I'm going to keep doing that. And I'm going to keep calling out the craziness in this world. This is my message to you guys. Don't let people scare you into saying the things that you believe. Because people are going to try to make you do that. You shouldn't say that. That's rude. That's mean. You're insensitive. Bro, what? People call me a misogynist. You hate women. I have a beautiful wife and a daughter. Is that what misogynists do? They have families? I'd be a womanizer if I was a misogynist, in my opinion. Chat, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. If I was a misogynist, I'd be using women. I wouldn't have a wife. I wouldn't be in a monogamous relationship. I wouldn't provide for my wife where she doesn't have to work. I wouldn't have a daughter that I adore. We wouldn't be having kids if I was a misogynist, right? Like, it's so crazy to me, bro. They think because you express some opinions, you speak your mind, that you just hate everyone. But it's funny because Cass will stand up for me. Cass will be like, no, Levi takes really good care of me. Like, we wouldn't have 300,000 people that follow, subscribe, and support the channel if I wasn't onto something. You know what I mean, chat? So don't let people steer you down the wrong way and be like, you got to make everybody happy. If there's one thing I've learned growing up, bro, is if you try to make everybody happy, you're not making anybody happy. Like, I'm trying to give young men especially the advice I wish I had when I was a young man. I'm trying to lead by example and also try to be funny in the meantime. Loki, do you want some of this? Lucky free? Wait. Free. You were asleep, so I didn't give it to you. I'm sorry, bud. That's something that's just been happening, though, Chad. People are like, well, you can't say that. That's insensitive. Aren't you afraid you're going to offend people? Yeah, and I don't care. I don't care. I've never cared. I was raised up poor. I was raised up as an only child. I made friends by being authentically myself. Even my friends will tell you, why do you like Levi? It's because, like, with Levi, what you see is what you get. He's not going to lie to you. Like, a lot of my friends will reach out to me and ask me for honest advice because they know I will spit it to them straight facts. I'm not going to sugarcoat it and be like, well, man, you're really trying hard. I'll be like, well, dude, you're lazy. Like, I don't fluff anything. I'm very opinionated. I'm very forward with that. And I say lead with that. You want to know why, chat? Because you will figure out who likes you and who doesn't like you. And some of my best friends, they'll still be like, Levi's kind of brash sometimes, but I love him because he's honest. Like, what would you rather have as a friend? Somebody who's honest, that's a little overbearing sometimes, or somebody that's super nice and never really tells you the truth? To me, that's more deceitful than somebody who's brutally honest. That's just my opinion, though. Ain't that right, Los? But I want to try this. I'm gonna try this real quick. Here we go. I want to try this. Did it work? But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It was good to have you guys out, man. Until next time, peace.